It's Children's Mental Health Week, and we're exploring the power of paying attention to what's going on inside, discovering clues from our thoughts, our feelings, and our bodies. Hello, I'm Kathryn Lovewell, author of the Inner Detective Journal, a gentle guide to help young children make sense of their inner world, especially when life feels difficult. We are shining a light on the importance of children's mental health, so every child has the opportunity to learn skills to respond to themselves kindly when things go wrong, which they inevitably will. So let's hear from one of our special guests now. So a very warm welcome to our special guest today for Children's Mental Health Week. With us, we have the lovely Eva and her dad, Cliff, from Parenting Autism and ADHD Podcast. I am very excited to have you share your thoughts because I think they're far more meaningful, Eva. You're 14 years old now and you go to a specialist autism school that supports you in your learning and growing and your mental health. So I know with the conversations we've had that you have a lot of awareness in here. So I'm hoping that all your wisdom can be shared with people today. So are we ready to dive in?
Yeah.
So mental health, it's a very broad term, isn't it? But what does mental health mean to you? Cliff or Eva, you can dive in. Whoever wants to start us off.
Do you want to go, Eva, or do you want me? I can't hear you. Press the mute button.
That's what happened. I pressed it on the microphone. You go first, Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, mental health is about emotional regulation, psychological safety, how we notice and manage our feelings, and how we recover from challenges. And the nervous system dysregulation, when we don't, is basically the body gets stuck in survival mode. That's all right for short bursts, but when we get stuck in that and all the cortisol, and that's all right for a short burst to really help you. If you're in danger, like there's a tiger round the corner, and in the olden days, that's there to keep you safe, and you can either hide or fight or freeze, whatever is right. But if you're stuck in that mode, and modern society, all the things that's get us into that, like at work or at school, that's when you start having problems with your mental health, because you can shut down, you can just completely feel destroyed and controlled by all those fear emotions or anxiety and things like that.
Thank you. Yes. So we've got a whole range of things that's going to impact our well-being, but especially our mental health. And we're going to dive in a little bit deeper about the sorts of things that can trigger us. Thank you, Cliff. Eva, about you, what does mental health mean to you? Either the negative side of mental health or when mental health's really good?
Well, I think I don't really know, to be honest. That's going to be my genuine answer. I just don't know. I don't know what it means.
If we simplify it and think about how we're feeling, what sort of things unsettles you, makes you feel like a bit off or not happy or stressed? Because I think that will give us some clues.
So if you talk about what we were talking about yesterday at dinner with your notepad and the situation that has happened in mainstream, and not so much in this school, but we had a little incident with it.
Oh, yeah, I think that to me, mental health is mostly negative, and I think most people see it as negative, or will see it as negative, but it can mean positive things as well. Like Dad was saying about, like, if there's a car coming at like 100 miles per hour or something, and you're standing in the middle of the road, you'd have to like move out of the way. So that, I think, it's good then.
Yeah. But what stresses you out so that the mental health becomes a problem and we're suffering from difficulties in our head? What happened after school with your notebook?
So basically, every week we get a report saying like what we've done good and stuff like this, like complimenting the kids basically. And the end one said that they think that I'm too focused on my drawing book instead of like anything else, like on the actual work. But I feel like I'm using it less than I was. I feel like I'm like getting better with not having to use it and using fidgets instead to like help like regulate my emotions and being able to like watch what the teachers are saying. But they were saying that, and it doesn't make sense.
How did it make you feel?
Made me feel a bit angry, to be honest.
So for those people watching that don't understand about your drawing book, can you explain how that actually helps your mental health, how that supports you? Because I know you've talked to me about it before, but why other people are thinking perhaps you shouldn't be using it. But actually, what does it help you with? How does it help you?
So basically, it doesn't sound like it, but I draw in it, and it helps me to focus, and it helps me to like calm down during lessons and stuff like that. And that's basically what it does. And it might not seem like I'm focusing or listening, but most of the time it does. There is the occasional part where I'm too focused on the drawing. I do get that, but it's most of the time I do listen. I am listening, but it doesn't seem like it to everyone else.
Yes, I can see. Sorry, go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, the feedback was exactly that. It's been a good tool for helping you focus. But this week there's been a bit of a change, and it's been more of a distraction when you haven't understood instructions. We don't know what lesson that was, but I think you said you reckon it was English?
Yes, I reckon it was English because we were doing something to do with nouns, verbs. I think it was adverbs, stuff like that. And I was struggling. I've always struggled with stuff like that. And it's really annoying because they don't make sense to me. You will explain it to me and I will still not understand it. It's one of those things that I will never understand. I'll probably use it. I'll probably use them in everyday like speeches and stuff like that, but writing and stuff like that doesn't.
Sorry, jumping in. Learning's really difficult. Certain things each of us find difficult. And I think it's really important to remember that in Children's Mental Health Week. I think we can often forget, especially as grown-ups, adults forget how hard learning is unless we get put back into a learning environment. And there are certain things that stress our brain out, numbers of things that I find difficult, like I can do words a bit more easily. And so that over time, obviously can create a lot of stress inside the head. Would you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree.
So in that situation, if you were an inner detective, like our lovely inner detectives in our book, we can call you Inspector. No, it's not Morse, not Clouseau. Who's your favourite inspector?
Columbo.
Columbo. So imagine Columbo's got a really, I think he does have a really big heart. And he's looking for clues to know if Eva's or Cliff's stressed out, if their mind is feeling worried or anxious. What are the clues he's going to find that would signal he would know, yes, this is getting too stressful, this is getting hard for Eva or Cliff? So it could be tension in the shoulders, or you could be gritting. I tend to grit my jaw, clench my jaw and stuff. So what clues does your body and mind and heart give you? I'll hand that over to both of you.
So what happens to me, what I've noticed really, is whenever someone's like really annoying me, once they've walked far enough away or I ended up talking to someone else, I will talk to myself and say how annoying they are or how that really frustrated me and stuff like that. I will tend to do that, and I will tend to like shut down sort of thing.
It's really interesting that you can notice that. It's almost like you're going inside, you're naming it to tame it and to sort of try and make sense of what's happened, to look after yourself, but at the same time needing to have that a bit of shutdown as well. Really good, Inspector Eva. What about you, Cliff?
Yeah, I quite agree with Eva. I think I internalize things as well. The inner thoughts, so my inner detective needs to keep an eye on those because they're not always kind. And and then there's the physical side, how it makes you feel sick in the stomach, clammy hands, shoulder tensing up, things like this.
They're really good clues, aren't they?
Yeah.
So if we do get caught up in that negative spiral and things are starting to feel difficult and tense, the body's really good at telling us, actually, we might need some support here. So what sort of things do you do, Eva? How do you calm yourself down? How do you look after yourself? I know that your lovely colouring drawing book is one way to support yourself. What other ways techniques, skills do you
Well, if I'm at home, I will like hug a teddy or fiddle with things like toys or fidgets, or I will wrap myself up in a blanket or something like that. But if it's at school, then I will either play with the fidget or I will just sit there and do nothing really. Because I have used the 5 minutes out once, but that was only when I was desperate. Not so much angry, more so much sad and stressed. It was during English, I think, one of the English lessons, I think that was. No, it was maths. It was maths.
So it sounds like you've got some fantastic strategies, ways in which you can calm your whole nervous system down. Obviously, all that soothing, cuddly toys and nice cuddly blankets and things really help the nervous system calm down. So you're really taking fantastic care of yourself. Cliff, have you got any others that you use when things get difficult?
Breathing techniques, deep breathing, relaxing with meditation or hypnotherapy do help self-hypnosis, and hypnotherapy if anyone else is interested for anxiety. What else? Going to things like sound baths, gong baths, they're good. We've got a cacao ceremony that we're doing on Monday. Eva's going to join us for that.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it.
You loved it when we went to the forest.
What is it? Can you explain to us what it is?
It's very much like, so you have this hot chocolate basically, and it's
Disgusting.
it is pretty disgusting. It's really sour. So we're going to have to put some honey in that, and that helps you, it releases really positive chemicals. It's not a drug, so it is pure, natural thing. Yeah, and then the lady that does it, she's going to talk us through like a guided meditation, and we're going to meet Mother Cacao. It's like a spirit guide type person, and we give her our intentions, what we want to change, and she will show us a path.
That's brilliant. At first, I thought you said a cow ceremony. I missed the cacao. So it's chocolate. Oh, that's so much better. And so there's these, I mean, if you're outside as well, we know that you'll get all those negative ions, and if you're with the trees and all that lovely positive energy as well. That sounds fantastic. If only I could join you. That's wonderful.
Well, I can introduce you to the lady that does it.
Thank you. So one final question before we close. That is, if you knew someone or maybe there's someone at school or at work or maybe a neighbour, and you knew that they were struggling, a child or young person, what sort of things would you say to them, or maybe give them some support or guidance? How would you encourage them to take care of themselves?
So I actually have a friend who's been going through a hard time, and I think she's got like a hard home life as well. We always talk to each other at break times. It's the only time we can talk. But now we're allowed to offload at the end of the day. Teachers have said, since we get along really well, we thought it'd be really nice to have a chat at the end of the day, so we can we don't have to take our worries home, sort of thing. If she said that someone she loved has recently passed away, so I was telling her that I've been through the same thing, and I was telling her that it's okay and sort of thing.
That sounds absolutely lovely. So really creating connection, wonderful opportunity to listen and also to let go, to share, to know that she's not alone. That's really powerful. And I love that you said, then we don't have to take these worries home, so we can leave school feeling strong and actually step into the next part of your day feeling good. I mean, that sounds absolutely awesome. And of course, supports both of you, which is really lovely. What a brilliant thing to do. Thank you, Eva. Cliff, have you got any other guidance or what you might do or say to respond to a young person that's struggling in some way?
Yeah, so with Eva, and this will be the same for other kids, it was a case of learning that when she is shutting down, to give her space and let her have that time alone, and letting her know that when you're ready, come and talk to us. So it's an open door, and if she's done something wrong and maybe she's putting herself, because we do punish ourselves, and Eva does that, there's no need to punish them again if they've done that. Because they've punished themselves enough. So it's natural restorative consequences. So you've learnt your lesson. Come say sorry when you're ready. We can talk about it. Or if it's something bad that's happened to her and she needs that time, strike when the iron's cold, when she's ready. You're going to go and see her and say, are you ready to talk? Yeah, okay, great. And then at that point, reminding her that this too shall pass. The good things pass and the bad things also pass. And one of the things that we used, Eva, didn't we, that you really connected with was the clouds. So if it's like a really black, cloudy day, the whole sky is full of
Oh,
clouds,
yeah.
that's like
I remember that, yeah.
yeah, that's your negative emotions. But there might be like a ray of sunshine eventually coming through. And eventually that ray of sunshine will grow a little bit and it might go again and then it'll come and it will go. And eventually the wind will come and it'll blow it all away. And that blue sky has always been there,
Unless you're in
temporarily hidden.
England where it's always grey.
I've got a bit of sunshine, Eva.
We
I
did
love
have
that.
some earlier. We did have some sunshine earlier, I did see, but it's gone. Where we are right now is really cloudy.
Well, is there sunshine in your heart? That's the question.
Yeah.
I
I
love that
always look
message.
for the silver lining, or try to.
Beautiful. That's just beautiful. Thank you so much, both of you. And thank you, Cliff, for reminding us about giving children some space and to be really clear that an open door is always there and that when they feel cooler, when they feel more grounded and ready, they can always come and talk to you. And that's really, really powerful. I have so loved talking to both of you. We could talk all day, but I know you've got fun things to do. I wish you a brilliant Children's Mental Health Week. Please keep shining your light. If you found this curious conversation helpful, the Inner Detective Journal might be just what you need. It's a gentle, powerful way to help young children build lifelong coping skills with kindness from within. Click the link to get your copy for your child, your class, maybe your entire organization if they've got children, so you can help them through the tough times. Let's keep listening and keep supporting children's mental health together.